Taylor Swift episode of Go Read Says.
Is that a good voice for her? I don't know.
We did our best. Taylor, I cannot do you justice.
We are not you.
Hi guys, my name's Katie.
And I'm Lexi.
And we are your hosts of the Go Read Says podcast. In case you haven't noticed, this is the Taylor Swift episode! Woo! I am especially excited for this episode because I am a Swiftie.
You're like a long-time Swiftie.
I am a long-time Swiftie. Yeah.
I'm a newbie Swiftie.
Yeah.
Katie has converged me into a Swiftie.
Converted?
Converted me to a Swiftie over the last, 2-3 months?
Yeah, probably. Since the beginning of this podcast, really.
Yeah, I've been slowly entering my Taylor Swift era.
Yeah, I have been a Swiftie since probably Fearless.
Okay. I've, grown up listening to her.
Mm-hmm.
Because, everyone did.
Yeah, true.
But, I wouldn't go out of my way to, put one of her songs on.
Mm-hmm.
Until recently.
Yeah. I loved Taylor Swift growing up. And, I had CDs.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Fearless was the CD that I had when I was 9. And then me and my best friend, I have this vivid memory of me and one of my childhood best friends at literally 10 years old, dancing around crazy in her playroom, listening to Mean and screaming it at the top of our lungs.
That's so funny.
That is a vivid memory in my head.
I have one Taylor Swift vivid memory. I remember my babysitter at the time printed out the lyrics to Our Story.
Our song.
Uh-huh.
See,
I don't even know the words. And was y'all need to memorize this. And I was no. Not then. Eventually I ended up really liking that song. But yeah, she was here's a printed copy, remember, I remember her highlighting verses. I don't even know why.
That's so
she must have been a Swiftie.
Funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Okay. Well, before we keep on keeping on with all the Taylor Swift things, why don't you tell me what your current read is?
Okay. So I'm currently reading To Kill a Shadow. It's by Catherine Quinn. I don't know too much about it. I'm 160 pages in. It was my December Owl Crate book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not loving it yet.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't pick up in the next 100 pages, I'm probably gonna stop reading it because I'm just not super invested in any of the characters.
Yeah.
But going on about current reads, I think you'll appreciate this. Before I picked that up, I picked Wuthering Heights up off my shelf.
Yeah.
And I opened it and I was oh, this text is so small. And I shut it and put it back on my shelf. Pick that up. But I had a goal to read one classic a month, so I'm gonna have to just bite it and read it, but I got scared.
Did you read any of it? Any words?
No, I just saw the size of the words and panicked.
That's so funny. Oh no.
Yeah.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I have it on Audible too. So I can go back and forth.
Listen to it. Yeah. Start it on Audible, and then when you start to get really into it,
get Spark Notes up too, and
then switch.
Yeah.
It's
valid.
So good.
I know, I really want to read it. I just got scared.
Oh no.
Well, what are your current reads?
I am currently reading A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. Ooh. I'm only 25 pages and I have not.
I think you'll like it.
I think I will too. I just haven't had a lot of time to read this week, unfortunately. But I'm also reading on my Kindle. I'm reading the first book of the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson.
Nice. How far are you into that?
I think almost 10%. So
okay. How are you liking it?
I like it a lot. It's
good.
The political intrigue is
oh, I love political intrigue.
Ooh, it's good.
I love that.
And I'm I like the characters so far. I'm not far enough in to know a lot about them yet, but I like their personalities so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, so I don't know. Usually what I do is I like start multiple books because I mood read, and then like one of them kind of sticks and I finish that one, and then I'll like go back to the other ones that I started. So I still am not far enough into either one to decide which one is gonna stick right now before I go to the other one. But I'm excited about both of them, so I'm very torn between like which one I want to invest more time into.
They're probably both pretty good. Well, I know River Enchanted is good. I don't know about the Mistborn.
Well, many people say so many good things about it that I'm like, it has to be.
It has to be.
Yeah.
But also, never mind.
I don't know. That's true. People have said some good things about some bad books.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, actually, but I feel like I've known people like in my personal relationships, like with people who've said good things about it.
Okay.
Knowing what I like.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's up our alley.
Yeah, for sure. Before we get too far into this episode, I am going to go ahead and do our scripture of the episode. This verse is one that I read pretty frequently. I really, really love this verse, and it's from Proverbs chapter 31, and it starts on verse 25, and it says, "She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instructions with kindness. She carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness."
Love.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's a great verse.
It's so good. That specifically number 25, verse 25, the "she's clothed with strength and dignity and laughs without fear of the future" is one that I don't know. I think about it all the time.
I love that.
Yeah.
You're a Proverbs 31 woman.
Oh.
We're trying to be a Proverbs 31 woman.
We do.
We're a work in progress.
We are.
Isn't everyone?
Yeah, exactly. What's your favorite era?
I forgot.
Go. You
Fearless?
forgot? Yeah.
Fearless, yeah.
That's what you told me.
Yeah, that's the one. It's like all of like the like old country-esque vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's Red. I went to the Red Tour.
I love that.
In 2013.
Wow.
And yeah, I know. 11 years ago.
Ew.
Ew.
Not ew that you went. Ew that 2013 was 11 years ago. Wow.
It's really bad.
We're getting old.
Really sad. We are getting old. I just had a moment earlier today where I was like, I have a birthday in like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I am going to be 23.
Literally, I'm going to officially be in my mid-20s in May. Right? 24?
24?
Yeah.
Is that your mid-20s?
Is 24 or 25 mid-20s?
I feel like
25 is literally the middle.
Yes, but when I was like younger and I was thinking about mid-20s, like I thought 23 to 27. Like that was like mid-20s. Because you're like, early 20s is 20, 21, 22. That's like 3 years.
Yeah.
And then like mid-20s is like 23 to 27, and then late 20s, or like 23 to 26 was what I thought of when I thought of mid-20s.
Yeah, I don't know the definition of mid-20s.
I don't know if there is one.
I'm going to be close to / in my mid-20s in May.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I can't. So scary. So scary.
I know. Isabel was like, my friend was like, do you want to, like, what do you want to do for your birthday? Do you want to do anything? And I was like,
cry. I'm just kidding.
Curl up in a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, like, this, I've been feeling like this birthday is going to be a hard one for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, 24 is,
old.
I'm just a baby.
I feel like I'm 17 still.
I know. 23-year-old teenager.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Literally. Anyway. We are getting on some tangents today, I guess.
It's okay.
Sorry, y'all.
It's just the day.
Yeah.
Okay. The next topic of conversation.
Okay.
Is Taylor Swift lore.
All right. I don't know like Taylor Swift lore, so you're gonna have to explain.
Favorite. So this is like, Taylor Swift is obviously a freaking mastermind. She has a whole song about it. But she puts so many things in her music that, like, she does, like, what do you call it?
Like Easter eggs?
Easter eggs.
Okay.
Yeah. In her music. She does it on her social media. Like, she always is, like, playing some kind of something. Right now, the big thing is, like, when is she going to announce Reputation, Taylor's version? And there's a lot out there.
Okay. Do you want to know what I just realized?
What?
Everyone on social media has been calling it Reputation TV, and I thought it was going to be a TV show till right now.
Oh, no.
I don't know, like, when you watch this back, like, my face, I was like, oh, TV means Taylor version, not a TV show. I was like, why is, like, Reputation gonna get a TV show? Like, what is special about that one? But TV stands for Taylor's version. Okay, continue. Wow.
Anyway. Yeah. That's the thing right now, is when is she going to announce Reputation?
Do you have any theories on when she's gonna announce it?
I don't, because I am not smart enough. I am not a sleuther, okay? There are so many Swifties out there that pull all of her Easter eggs and, like, try to figure out what she's doing, and I am not one that can do that.
Fair enough.
The only one that I did participate in was I was watching, like, the live on the night that she announced 1989. Because that one I saw enough out there where everyone was like, she's going to announce 1989 Taylor's version. And it was like, yeah, that makes so much sense. Oh, that was she
did at her Eras concert, right?
Yeah, it was at one of her shows.
I saw, like, one of the TikToks after
yeah, I was, like, scrolling through all the lives to, like, watch that night. Because I was like, she's totally going to do it. And I want to see how she does it. And, yeah, so I did partake in that one. But no, I don't know. The other, like, theories and things I think are so cool. Like, some people's theories, this was such a big one when Red, Taylor's version, came out, but, like, the symbolism and, like, the metaphor of the scarf from All Too Well. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yep.
Also, there's, I don't know if this is actually true or if people are just saying this, but, like, the line also in All Too Well where she's talking about, the line is, like, something about in a party bathroom, some actress asking me what happened. The actress is this, and I don't know if this is true. This is just something I saw on the internet, so I have no idea. But people are saying that she's talking about Jennifer Aniston, and that was the actress that she was talking to in the bathroom. But that it's not that the actress was what happened. She's saying, like, you as in talking to Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah. But yeah.
Cool.
Which is cool. I don't know. Sometimes I get into it. Sometimes I'm like, she's too smart for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All Too Well stuck in my head now.
Good.
10-minute version specifically.
Yeah, all 10 minutes just on repeat.
Yeah.
Do you also use All Too Well 10-minute version as a measurement of time?
Literally every time I come here, like, once I'm 20 minutes away, I'm like, Two Wells. I'll be there. I play them.
I did that on accident. On my way to work yesterday, I had my, like, Taylor Swift playlist on shuffle, and All Too Well came on 11 minutes from when I was, like, when my GPS said I was going to get
funny.
there.
I love it.
It was great.
I also, like, my husband and I listen to very different kinds of music. So I'll be like, Ryan, let me just play one song. And, like, now, because I've done it so much, he's like, if you play that 10-minute song, I'm going to lose my mind. And I'm like, you don't get to dictate what song I pick for my one song.
I love that, though. Yeah. I love that tactic. Ryan, be better.
Be a Swiftie.
Be a Swiftie. Come on.
I don't think he actually cares, but he's like, not that 10-minute song. That's our whole drive.
Well, okay. Whatever. Okay, we are going to go through today each era and give you our thoughts on, we've picked a book for each era. So we're going to give some thoughts about the era and the book that goes along with it.
I feel like some of them we picked are more like one song from an album, but there are some that are like the vibe of the whole album. So we'll start with
first debut. So Taylor Swift.
Okay, what did we pick for that?
Is The Longest Ride.
Oh, yes. Okay, so debut is like her country album.
Yeah, for sure.
And The Longest Ride is the only country romance I've read. to be fully honest, but I feel like it still fits. Like, it's like small town, like city girl meets country boy.
Cute.
Romance. And like, honestly, like Nicholas Sparks does romance so well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. A debut definitely just feels like a
Country
YA
romance.
country romance.
I don't know if it's technically YA. There's no
They're young,
swearing.
They're
in
like
college.
17.
They're in college. She's in college, and he's a professional bull rider.
In the movie with Miley Cyrus, she's like 17.
Miley Cyrus isn't in that.
No? Is that the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the other one that's the Nicholas Sparks one that Miley Cyrus is in?
That's the last song.
Oh, that's also a country romance, isn't it?
No. It's like a beachy romance.
I know that they're on the beach, but doesn't he wear a cowboy hat?
Maybe in one scene. The Longest Ride is like very truly a country romance. He's a bull rider.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen it.
I can't think of the girl's name.
I've read it.
It's not spicy. It doesn't have swears. Like a young adult could read it. They're just, the main character is college age.
Okay, that's fair.
It's a YA.
Yeah.
I've read it in high school.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I don't know why.
You're thinking of The Longest Song. No, the last song. I'm mixing up the titles.
There are 3 words. The second word starts with L. It's the same.
It's the same. The Longest Ride.
The last song. They sound the same.
Yeah, and they're both by Nicholas Sparks.
And they're exactly.
He said copy and paste. Just kidding. They're really different. I actually never read The Last Song. I've only seen the movie.
I own the book, but I don't think I read it.
I also own it.
Started it, but I didn't read it. I saw the movie with Miley Cyrus.
Yes. The Longest Ride has the one, I can't think of her name. I don't even know how to describe her. She's blonde and short, but like that's half of Hollywood. Anyway, it's a good movie.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Our next one is for Fearless, Magnolia Parks. Speaking specifically about the song Forever and Always, like, come on.
It's definitely coded.
That's so Magnolia and VJ. So,
for sure.
I'm not going to go too much further into it, because if you haven't read Magnolia Parks, that's fine.
Read it.
If you want. It is, I wouldn't recommend it for, like, anyone under 18. There's not descriptive spice in it, but the language is foul, and there's a lot of, like, it is.
Wait, you just said language is foul? It is. You're right, it is.
It is, and, like, there's a lot of, like,
So there's a lot of, like sexual tension.
And language. Yeah.
Language, yeah.
But
sexual language, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, some mature themes.
Yeah. It's also so toxic.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So toxic.
So toxic.
So you have to be, I think, mature enough to understand that it's toxic. And it's
cannot have a relationship like that.
Right. Yeah. It's like watching trash reality TV. That's what I would equate Magnolia Parks to.
But, like, if you're of age to read it, it's so entertaining.
It is entertaining. Yes. Yeah. Agreed. Next is Speak Now, which we picked Love in Other Words.
Oh, okay. Yep. I don't remember the songs on Speak Now.
Okay.
But I remember looking them up when I picked the book. Or when we picked the books.
Yeah. So Speak Now is very, like, high school sweetheart, like, very much, but I don't know, it feels also very second chance because of, hold on, because of the song Speak Now. You're so funny. The song Speak Now literally is like her crashing a wedding and being like, choose me instead.
Yeah.
Which is totally, like, Love in Other Words is it's a second chance romance. So
yeah,
it's like,
I really love that book.
Me too.
That one also, like, 18 or older.
Yes.
It was I gave it, I think, 2 chilies.
There
on the spice.
Is descriptive spice.
But not a lot of it.
Not a lot of it. There's a couple scenes. So, adults only, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
And, like, if you have personal, like, so I do kind of want to, like, go into this a little bit. I know this is a Taylor Swift episode, but, like, we'll just
talk about Love in Other Words.
We'll just pause for a second. Not even Love in Other Words. I want to talk about our, like, spice.
Oh.
Like, how when we talk about spice. So,
yeah, okay.
Lexi and I both read books for the plot, for the characters, for the story.
Yep.
Sometimes those books that are really, really good contain spice. Yep. Neither one of us enjoys reading spice.
99.999% of the time skim it.
Same. Or skip it if it's skippable.
Yeah, I
look
skim
for keywords
it first to see if there's stuff I'm gonna miss for the plot within those, but most of the time there's not.
Yeah.
I can't think of a time actually that there's been something I've missed because I skipped it.
No, yeah, me either. But so we pick books most of the time. We try to find books that are low to no spice so that we don't have to do that. Yeah. If there is a good book, we're not just going to completely disregard it because there's some spice in it because we know that spice is skippable. But some of our recommendations on here, we will be as honest and as specific as possible when it comes to recommending hey, this is, how much it has. If you have personal, convictions or whatever about you don't want to read anything that has any spice in it, we're going to try to also just be very
I feel like if we say it's clean, that. Yeah. When we say clean, it's no descriptive words,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's safe.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So anyways, I just wanted to
Yep. And then going off of that, if you do read any of the books that we recommend that we say have 4 spice ratings, just know that is, if you're reading for that, that's probably not super spicy.
Yeah.
I think I rate higher than normal because anything descriptive, I'm
yeah. I don't like it. It makes me cringe.
It's icky.
It's icky.
Book
ick. Anyway, okay, we can keep going on Taylor Swift.
Side note.
Thank you for, this was our public service announcement.
Thank you for
listening. PSA of the day. Anyway, okay, next is Red, and for that one we picked Red Queen, which let's talk more about.
Okay, again, I don't know too many songs on this album, but this album has All Too Well.
Yeah.
Okay, so big themes in Red Queen, the whole series is betrayal, coming into your own skin, learning how to do life by yourself because you've been hurt by so many people in the past. And that was just really All Too Well vibes.
Burning red.
That too. And Red Queen album, Red.
Yeah.
Hello.
Totally. Absolutely.
So yeah, we went with Red Queen. It is so good.
YA.
YA.
Dystopian.
Clean, no language, PG-15. What's the normal rate? 12? 15? Is that the normal rate? PG-15?
Or 13 for movies?
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, it's totally clean. Anyone can read it if you can comprehend the story.
Yeah. Cool. Next is 1989, and for that one we picked Six of Crows because 1989 is so even Taylor herself says 1989 is about hanging out with her friends and having a good time in New York. Six of Crows is found family. It's a heist. It's very it takes place in a city. It's not it's high stakes for sure, but it feels so 1989 for me.
Okay,
I just felt
so I don't know.
I don't know. It just the vibes, know? The vibes. Yeah.
Love it. I really want to read that book.
You should. You would really, really like that one.
I think it's really up my alley.
It's clean. It's a duology, which is always fun.
I've been really into duologies.
It's fantasy, but it's not I wouldn't
Is
say...
it realism fantasy?
Well, it takes place in the Grishaverse. So the same as
I didn't read
Shadow and Bone.
I didn't read those.
I didn't either, but people have said that Six of Crows is better.
Okay.
But Shadow and Bone has more world building, so you can understand the world before you go into Six of Crows if you want to. But I watched the show, so I kind of know what is happening. It's more magic, not fae or
gotcha.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that low fantasy?
No, low fantasy is it happens in the real world. This is still a whole other world.
Okay, because high fantasy is fae.
No, high fantasy is just not the real world. It's a completely different world.
Gotcha.
Yo. Okay, next is Reputation, and for this, we picked The Secret History.
Oh, yes, okay.
Which I love that pick for Reputation
Yeah, I was
so
just
much.
feeling very, like, dark academia gothic vibes, and Secret History just...
Big reputation. Ooh, you got... Anyway, sorry.
We've been in such a singing mood.
We are in such a singing mood today. But yeah, I feel like also with The Secret History and Reputation, it's so, like, my reputation is bad. And, like, I don't know. She just, that whole album was like, I have a bad reputation.
Yep.
That's the whole point. And The Secret History is so, like,
oh, man.
Kids doing bad things.
The Secret History.
The Secret History is an adult literary fiction. If you are under 18, please don't read it.
Yeah.
It is not clean. It's not spicy, but it's not clean.
It's
there's some serious, like,
stuff that's dark. It
themes.
had me very honestly and truly messed up in the head for, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, very truly, I was having, like, nightmares.
It's, it's very dark. If you don't like that, you won't like this. There's also, just, like, some really messed up stuff that happens.
Check the trigger warnings if you're gonna read it. I'm sure there's somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. It's popular enough.
Yeah.
Okay, the next is...
Anywho.
Yeah. The next is Lover, and Lexi picked this one. It's The Selection.
Oh, yeah. Lover's, like, romancy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, The Selection, the literal way I describe it to everyone is The Bachelorette, but make it for a prince. Mm-hmm. It's literally so romantic. Like, and you get a couple different, like, romances. I mean, granted, they're all with the same guy, but it doesn't feel like a cheating vibe because that's what The Bachelorette is. But then, like, it's a trilogy. Towards the end, you kind of get into more high stakes political intrigue. This is a YA fantasy. No, it's not fantasy. There's no magic in it.
Oh.
No magic in it.
It's just dystopian?
Yeah, it's a YA dystopian. Clean, no swearing. Same thing like with Red Queen. If you can understand the themes and the world building, you can read it. There's nothing
cool
weird about it. Like, I think, like, high-leveled reading middle schoolers could read this.
Nice.
Just with the comprehension just fine.
Yeah, I remember in middle school there were girls, like, that I knew that were reading The Selection.
Yeah. And I read it in my 20s and still had a really fun time.
Oh, there you go.
And the author, not that it matters a ton, but the author's Christian. And she writes all of her female characters with, like, a Bible female in mind.
Aw.
Yeah.
I love that.
She says, like, if you pay attention, you can, like, figure out, like, who she's writing about.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, our next is Folklore, and our book for Folklore is The Cruel Prince, which Folklore is so, like, fairy tale vibes. That was, like, part of her thing. She, like, talks about it on the Eras, on the specific show that the movie, like, that they filmed for the movie. She talks about how, like, Folklore is, like, these cute little characters that she, like, makes up in her head, and it's, like, their stories and stuff, and I feel like that it just is so fitting for, like, a woodsy YA, like, fairy tale feeling fantasy, which is totally The Cruel Prince.
Which is also cool, because our world, like, United States world, is also in that book.
Yes.
But very minimally.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool, because, like, the Feyland can be, like, the folklore, and then the human world can be, like, Taylor's mind.
Wow! I love it.
I know we've talked about The Cruel Prince here before.
Yeah.
Clean.
YA.
Fantasy. No.
It's a trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of political intrigue, but, like, in the best way.
Enemies to lovers.
Yeah. Slow burn.
Super slow burn. Yeah, throughout the trilogy. Yeah.
I love it.
So good.
I'm gonna reread.
I think you said that last episode.
Probably. There's been so many books I've wanted to reread this year. I think I'm going to. This is going to be the year of rereads for Lexi.
I love that for you. Okay, next is Evermore. I love this. Okay. For Evermore, we picked Where the Crawdads Sing, which
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Specifically, we were listening to Willow earlier, and we were both like, literally,
like the first line, literally
where the Crawdads sing. Also, No Body, No Crime.
Hello. Yeah.
If you know, you know.
I recommend this book to everyone.
I really liked this book.
Or the movie.
I liked the movie too. I thought they did a pretty good job. If you're not a reader,
watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did do a good job. I don't remember. There's no spice.
No.
I believe there's mild swearing.
Yep.
But like every other book, today's theme, there are some heavy themes.
Yeah.
Look at the trigger warnings.
It's like it's
a
mystery thriller.
Yeah. But like also the writing style feels contemporary.
It's so interesting.
It's very unique.
We buddy read it a long time ago.
That was our first buddy read ever.
Oh. Wow.
So fun. Yeah, it's a good book. From what I understand on social media, you either like it or you don't. And you have to like world building to like it.
That is true. Even though it is the real world, it's very much, there's a lot of character development.
Descriptive
setting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
It is. It's so
it was
good.
One of my only 5-star reads of 22.
Wow. I think it was 5 stars for me too.
Well, we both gave it 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yay.
I love how you knew what I
just remember, when I did my wrap up for that month, I was like, my buddy reader and I both gave it 5. I just remember that. Yeah, I don't know why.
I love it. And then, of course, the last era
for now. Just kidding.
is Midnights. And for this, we picked Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
Oh, yeah. I forget why we picked that.
Also, I just love Invisible Life. I feel like so many of the songs on Midnights can connect with Addie LaRue.
Yeah.
If you don't know the premise, basically, it's a standalone fantasy. It's by V.E. Schwab. It follows the main character, Addie, starting from, what is it like?
She's a kid.
Yeah, but it's like the 1700s or something.
Yeah.
Something crazy. And
okay.
Yeah. And so it follows, basically she makes a deal with the devil. Pretty much, yeah. She's asking, she wants more time. And that's exactly.
She wants to
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening is he gives her forever. He's like, you can live forever. Except what she doesn't know until after the deal is made is that no one that she talks to ever for the rest of her life will remember who she is or any of their interactions with her. I know.
I want to reread that too.
I will say this is
I think it's
adult fantasy. I'm
remember new adult.
I would say it's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty adult. Just the themes.
Yeah.
And it's slow. There's a lot of build up. It is very slow. The first half is really slow. If you're a new reader, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough to get into. The first 150 to 200 pages is kind of it's a
bit of a slog. But
yeah,
not in a bad way.
No.
I really enjoyed that, but I really like descriptive things.
It's also
that are long
historical
and drawn
fiction-ish at that point.
The beginning and throughout it, it's multiple people. It's the same person's point of view, but it's multiple timelines.
Yeah, different eras.
Yeah, because she lives forever, so it's very much back and forth. But I wouldn't recommend it for new readers. I wouldn't recommend it for young readers either because of how hard it can be to follow.
Yeah,
I don't really remember any spice.
No,
maybe some minor, but not anything descriptive.
Yeah, I don't remember any language.
I don't remember any language either, really. They're a little bit, but
dark.
It is dark. Yeah, the themes are a little bit heavy, but oh my gosh.
It's really good if you're
just
up to
Midnight.
Yeah.
Midnight.
What were we talking about? Vigilante.
Yeah, Vigilante is
very much Addie.
So much Addie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Especially at some points. There's a certain point of the book where it's so, oh my gosh, that's so her.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I agree. That was a good pick for that. These were all pretty good.
I feel like, guys, we put some serious thought into these. We spent like a week just trying to figure out what we wanted.
I literally had to do so much research because I didn't know songs, like on what songs albums were on off the top of my head.
Yeah.
It was like I didn't know the vibes of the albums.
Yeah.
Like there were some I know, like a Lover very obviously is.
My lover. Anyway, sorry.
This is the Katie's singing show.
I think that's all that we have for you guys today.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for listening to this super chaotic episode.
It was something else.
It was just something else. But hey, we had a good time. We hope you had a good time too.
We made you laugh.
Yeah, I hope so. That's the goal, right?
Yeah. Just laugh at us.
Just laugh at us. Laugh with us, maybe.
Or at us.
Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please give us a good rating on Spotify, I guess, if you want. Also, subscribe on YouTube, like, comment, come talk to us on social media. We're on Instagram at goread.sis.
Threads,
and TikTok as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, come say hey. Tell your friends about Go Read Sis. If you like what we're doing out here, tell your friends to listen too, because we want more book besties.
We do.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next Tuesday. Bye.